Over Memorial Day weekend, the Pentagon unveiled a high-energy ad campaign narrated by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and President Trump. To kick off our discussion, can you explain the main purpose behind this advertisement and why it's generating so much attention?
Absolutely. The ad, titled Peace Through Strength, aims to spotlight the military's renewed focus on traditional warfighting readiness. It's stirring debate because it directly addresses concerns about distractions in the ranks, using bold language and visuals to rally public support.
That's a great overview. The campaign's intense visuals and patriotic messaging seem carefully crafted. How do you think these elements shape public perception of the military?
By showcasing rigorous training and battlefield scenarios, the ad taps into classic imagery of strength and sacrifice. This can evoke pride and reassurance among viewers, but it also risks oversimplifying the complexities of military service in today's world.
A key phrase in the ad is laser-focused on our mission, with explicit rejection of what's termed as distractions like electric tanks, gender issues, and climate change. Why do you think the Pentagon chose to highlight these themes so directly?
This approach is a response to criticism that the military has strayed from its core purpose due to evolving social policies. By emphasizing warfighting, the message appeals to those who believe operational readiness should take precedence over cultural debates.
Yet, some argue that addressing social and environmental concerns can actually enhance effectiveness and morale. Is there evidence supporting either side of this debate?
Yes, there's research indicating inclusive environments can improve unit cohesion, while others caution that frequent policy shifts may cause confusion. The ad's stance leans heavily on the latter perspective, suggesting clarity in mission is paramount.
The title, Peace Through Strength, echoes Cold War rhetoric. Can you walk us through the historical background of this doctrine and how it's being repurposed today?
Certainly. Peace through strength became prominent during the Reagan era, advocating robust military capability as a deterrent against adversaries. By revisiting this theme, current leaders signal a return to prioritizing visible power as the cornerstone of defense strategy.
How effective was this strategy historically, and does it translate well to the modern era with its new threats and technologies?
Historically, it bolstered U.S. negotiating power, but today's threats like cyber warfare and terrorism are less deterred by conventional might. So, while the messaging is familiar, its practical impact may be more symbolic than strategic.
The ad also addresses a pressing issue, recruitment shortfalls. The Army missed its 2022 goal by 25%, and other branches have struggled too. What factors are driving this recruitment crisis?
Multiple factors contribute. A strong civilian job market, changing youth attitudes toward military service, health and education barriers, and even lingering effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Each creates hurdles for bringing in new recruits.
Are these challenges unique to the U.S., or are other countries facing similar issues?
It's a global trend. Many Western militaries report difficulties recruiting young people as societal values and career expectations evolve. The U.S. is particularly impacted due to its large force requirements.
Secretary Hegsith believes that rooting out wokeness will help end the recruitment crisis. Can you elaborate on how this messaging might influence young Americans' decisions to enlist?
The anti-woke stance may appeal to recruits who favor traditional values and view the military as a place for merit-based advancement. However, it could also alienate diverse candidates who seek inclusive workplaces, potentially narrowing the recruitment pool.
Could this focus create unintended consequences for military culture and effectiveness?
Absolutely. A homogeneous force could struggle to adapt to complex challenges. Studies show that diverse teams often outperform homogeneous ones in problem solving, which is crucial in modern warfare scenarios.
Let's shift to the ad's rollout. It was blasted across social media platforms, but there's ambiguity about its broader distribution and cost. How does this media strategy fit with the Pentagon's goals?
Leveraging social media allows the Pentagon to reach younger demographics directly, bypassing traditional news cycles. While specifics about the ad's budget remain unclear, this approach can maximize reach per dollar, though it also opens the campaign to rapid public scrutiny.
Have there been notable reactions or controversies since the ad's release?
Yes, Online commentary ranges from enthusiastic support to sharp criticism. Some praise the return to traditional values, while others worry about exclusionary messaging. The debate itself amplifies the ad's visibility.
This brings us to a broader question. How can the military balance honoring its traditions with adapting to a rapidly changing world?
It's a delicate act. Tradition instills pride and continuity, but modernization is essential for effectiveness. For example, integrating new tech like AI and cyber capabilities is necessary, yet must be harmonized with established military culture.
Are there examples of successful integration of new values or technologies in military history?
Certainly. The desegregation of the armed forces post-World War II and the adoption of drone warfare both faced skepticism but ultimately strengthened the military's capabilities and global standing.
Let's talk about morale. How does messaging like peace through strength affect the self-image of service members and their sense of mission?
Strong, clear messaging can boost morale by giving troops a sense of purpose and unity. However, if the message excludes certain groups or oversimplifies realities, it may breed resentment or disengagement, undermining cohesion.
Is there research on the best ways to foster inclusive yet mission-focused environments?
Yes, studies from RAND and the Army War College suggest that transparency, respect for diversity, and a shared mission are key. The most effective organizations combine clear goals with environments where all members feel valued.
Beyond ads and messaging, what practical steps can the military take to address recruitment challenges?
Improving education incentives, expanding eligibility through health and fitness waivers, and increasing outreach to underrepresented communities are all strategies in play. Some branches are even piloting programs to help potential recruits meet entry standards.
How might technology play a role in future recruitment efforts?
Tech can personalize outreach, streamline application processes, and even use AI to identify promising candidates. Gamified recruitment tools, for instance, have shown promise in attracting tech-savvy youth who might not otherwise consider military careers.
As we wrap up, how do you see military messaging evolving in the next decade, especially given today's polarized climate?
We'll likely see more targeted, data-driven campaigns tailored to diverse audiences. The challenge will be crafting narratives that inspire service while respecting the values of a changing society. Balancing tradition with progress will remain a central tension.
Finally, what should the public watch for as the Pentagon continues its recruitment and messaging efforts?
Transparency about goals, openness to feedback, and willingness to adapt will be key. The military's ability to evolve its messaging may well determine not just recruitment success, but also its relationship with the nation it serves.